Hey everybody, I'm here with part 2 of path 4 of my Abyss unit and resource overview. In the last video, I looked at Darkhawk, Luke Cage, Killmonger, and Hulk Ragnarok. For this video, the first champion we'll look at is Yellowjacket. For Yellowjacket, I used Nick Fury, took 11 revives, and cost no units, as I still had items in the stack. Yellowjacket's abyssal ability, while above 2 bars of power, Yellowjacket is power locked. He also has a high chance to launch special attacks. Each time he does so, he gains an efficiency charge which refunds 5% of the cost of all special attacks for the remainder of the fight. For this fight, the two main things you want to look out for are to get Yellowjacket to 2 bars of power and build Nick Fury's tactical charges. Once you have enough tactical charges, Nick becomes unblockable and you can pin Yellowjacket against the wall, and then you just need to worry about his L2, which is much easier to evade rather than his L1. So long as you're good at evading Yellowjacket's L2, this is a pretty quick fight and relatively easy. The next opponent I faced was Mordo. I used a combination of Void and Doom. It took 6 revives, I used 1 health pot, and again, no units were required. Mordo's abyssal ability, every 10 buffs that expire or are nullified on the attacker, place a Fate Seal debuff on them, nullifying all of their buffs and preventing more for 15 seconds. Removing this Fate Seal prior to it expiring deals 100% of the defender's attack as direct damage. The next opponent was Mephisto. For Mephisto, I used Void. It cost 3 revives, I used 3 health pots, and it cost 50 units. Mephisto's abyssal ability is the same as Mordo's. Every 10 buffs that expire or are nullified on the attacker, place a Fate Seal debuff on them, nullifying all their buffs and preventing more for 15 seconds. Removing this Fate Seal prior to it expiring deals 100% of the defender's attack as direct damage. The next opponent was Ghost Rider. For Ghost Rider, I used Aegon, took 4 revives, I used 2 health pots. By the end of this fight, I was at max combo, and it didn't cost me any units as I was using items from my stash. Ghost Rider's abyssal ability, at the start of the fight and every 20 seconds, Ghost Rider inflicts an Incinerate debuff on his opponent, dealing 100% of their max health in damage over 15 seconds. Incinerate also removes perfect block chance and reduces block proficiency by 50%. The next opponent was Korg. For Korg, I used Doom, took 10 revives, I used 2 health pots, and it cost a total of 440 units. Korg's abyssal ability, the attacker has negative 100% offensive ability accuracy except during special attacks. This bypasses immunities to ability accuracy reduction. Now we'll have a look at some gameplay of Doom versus Korg. When using Doom against Korg, you will not be using Doom as you would against the Cosmics in the Abyss. For the most part, you can use your L1s when you need to remove the rock stacks. So the main thing to keep in mind while fighting Korg with Doom is the negative ability accuracy reduction. So while your L3 will stun Korg, your regular hits will not power drain him. The only way to power drain him will be with your L1. We find that out the hard way. Overall, it's not a bad fight. And now back to our unit and resource overview. And that does it for part 2 of Path 4 of my Abyss unit and resource overview. Thanks for watching.